Welcome back to episode 3 of the Nations and Nobles podcast. We're here with Van Duran, Ori, Bhalu, and a new member for season 2, Griemer.
Griemer!
Yay! Two of the other new members weren't able to make it today, but hopefully they can be on next time. With a new season, we don't have the studio right now, so we're here at a campfire on the spawn island. Let's start off with Ori, just talking about season 2 and what the new season's all about.
Yeah, so season 2 of Nations and Nobles. We went in with our same values that we wanted for season 1. We just wanted a group of people who were serious about content creation, but also accepting that we all have other lives and real lives because we're not professional YouTubers, but as serious as we could get, people who we could rely on to make an amazing story together and that kind of thing. And I think we've done pretty good.
The new content in 1.21 was important to get in, so the new season was warranted.
Nope. Yeah.
That's where I was going. And what Nations and Nobles was, it was a place where not only do we have gameplay and stuff like that, but we wanted an overarching story wherein we could each have our own little stories. So lore is a really big part of Nations and Nobles. And so finding people who were committed to content creation, also and interested in including lore and telling stories and just having fun.
Well, speaking of lore, I actually do have a question. We were lots of people, well, a couple people, and the server in general, SMP, was nominated for some lore awards. How did that make you feel, being nominated for something that's important to you?
No, it was pretty exciting. It was definitely a surprise that something like that even existed, and then to be nominated for little things like that. And it wasn't just like one person. A couple of us had different nominations, and then Nations and Nobles as a whole was nominated for things. So it was just neat. It was just really neat to know that our content was getting out there and our stories were being seen.
Yay. So let's talk about our new member here, the corpse.
Hi! I may look dead, but I'm actually alive.
Tell us about yourself.
Skeletons.
Tell us about yourself, Griemer.
I have been playing Minecraft for about 20 minutes now since you guys let me get on here real quick. No, I'm just kidding. I've been playing for about 12 years, 13 years now. Somewhere around there. I kind of lose track. I started on the Xbox 360 because that's all I had. I didn't have a gaming computer or anything. So start wherever you can. Had a lot of fun playing with my friends on there. And then as I moved up, I started playing on the PC, playing Java Edition. Bedrock wasn't out at the time that I started. So got to building and playing a whole bunch of stuff. I ended up finding my way onto Vintage Beef's Patreon server and started playing on there, built some pretty epic stuff. And a lot of people on there were saying, hey, you should probably start a YouTube channel because this is incredible. And I was like, okay, so here I am.
I think that was a good choice.
Yeah,
no, it's awesome.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here,
Yay.
Yeah, I got a random message from some person, what was her name? Ori, I think it was, if you guys know her. She said I should probably, send in an application for Nations and Nobles. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I didn't even know what it was about. I just listened to her.
She's a pretty good rambler.
I was told.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good idea. That was a good idea you had of just listening to her.
In a semi-serious response, so I knew what it was kind of roughly about, but I didn't actually realize just how much I could do with it, with the storyline thing. And so I signed up, and then once we got going, I was like, oh, there's a lot of potential here. I could do some crazy stuff. So.
Absolutely.
Well, we're missing MicroPig and Birchie, so they're not able to be here, unfortunately. But I know Ori liked some of their stuff as well, so she invited them, and they're also in the server. Hopefully they can be here next time.
Yeah. I mean, his name is MicroPig. Obviously, I was interested. I mean, that's not a surprise.
I am very interested in MicroPig as well.
If anyone out there has the username Big Pig, she can also reach out to you too.
Yes, anyone with any pig in their username, let me know. We'll see what we can do.
Oh, no.
But he
get overrun.
He also made very good content. Let me just throw that out there.
I think that's actually an important part also for anyone who's interested, like how you get involved in stuff like this. It's not just Nations and Nobles; it's other servers that have played on and stuff too, especially content creator servers. When people ask, "Hey, I want to play with you guys," okay, first thing that's going to be asked is, do you make content?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just
Yeah.
like playing. Well, then,
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some awesome servers out there for you. It
Yeah.
just might not be this one.
content creator servers because you got to make content. So
I think part of the reason for that is because like when you look for Minecraft content and like SMPs or anything of that sort, like one of the first places you go to is YouTube, because that is basically where Minecraft started, you know. So
Yeah.
I can understand how people will look at a YouTube channel, they'll be on SMP, and it's like, hey, I want to play on that. And trust me, I've absolutely been there. But at the end of the day, you should probably take a good look at what kind of people they're looking for before, you know, just going on their stream and being like, hey, can I join?
Yeah.
One thing I heard actually when I was looking into like how to do YouTube collabs, doing a lot of training videos actually, is especially collabs. Whenever you approach somebody to do a collab, you can't just say, "Hey, I really want you to do a collab with me." You got to think, what are they getting in return?
Right.
Yeah, like what's your concept and
What are your qualifications for this?
It could be either a shared audience. It could be a really great idea that they could then make a video on themselves to, you know, help themselves out too. So like it's not that you have to have like a massive audience right off the bat.
Right.
It's that you just have to bring something to the table that they would be like, yeah, okay, we could probably work with that. Yeah, but don't just be like, I just want to play Minecraft with you guys, you know, because that's gonna be no every time.
I saw this one thing on Twitter. No, it's not X. Screw you. I believe it was like some professor. It was like a professor talking about like pitches or something like that, and they literally just showed a slide of the famous line from Inigo Montoya, and like, you know, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And it's it literally separated into introduction, like setting expectations and qualifications. It was perfect.
It's perfect. Yep.
Yep.
It's probably one of the best movie quotes out there as well.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I
It's so
love
good.
Princess Bride.
It's very well known.
AKA we should watch it for movie night.
Yeah, after we finish the Harry Potter films, we can do that.
Yeah.
If anyone is looking for a good like structure for how to do like a lore video too, I think Blue, you're actually doing this in your videos. It's like the Princess Bride. You're telling a story to somebody, and then you're flashing into the actual story that you're
No,
showing.
yeah, I really liked what Bhalu did with talking to Short Round. Where did the name for Short Round come up?
So it's the character from Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
it's
I
his
haven't
little
watched much
sidekick.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be why. Yeah. So the psychic's called Short Round. So I was like, I'm kind of just gonna incorporate that. Plus, it's funny because they're not round; they're very rectangle. So it's also like a tongue-in-cheek like comment.
Short square.
Okay.
So what are talking
swear.
about all these videos? What are some of the favorite videos that you guys have made on a content level? It doesn't have to be Minecraft
We don't
either.
have any. Ooh, brutal. We don't like any
Personal
content.
One of mine, it's kind of it's a love-hate relationship, but it loved my choose your own endings video.
I was
Like,
hoping you would say
that
that
was
because
pretty
that
fun.
actually was one of my
I-
favorite videos of yours.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I loved those kind of books growing up, like the choose your own adventures and stuff like that. And I wanted a way to incorporate that into Minecraft videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And I think I did it. It took a lot of work to do it how I wanted to do it. And I don't have the time to commit to it at the moment, but it's definitely something I probably want to try and do again at some point. But maybe a standalone series, not on an SMP sort of thing.
No, that was a
But yeah,
good video. That
that's
was
mine.
that was in season 1, viewers.
Yeah.
We could, you know what? Let's just link all our favorite videos in the description. So look in the description. You can just find our favorite videos.
Oh, that's gonna be tough for me.
Actually, I was kind of thinking about that, and I think I picked out one that I actually like. Van, I believe I told you about this before. Being a general gaming channel, I don't just play Minecraft. I play a lot of variety of games, and one of them I played about last year, I think it was roughly, was a game called Spore. It's been out for like 14 years or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
no, this
And
video.
This
and
video.
Spore, you can make some really weird monsters in. You can customize your alien species to look like whatever. And a lot of
Choose
people
your
do-
next words carefully.
I will phrase this
Thank
politically
you.
correct. But I made a video because a lot of people make challenge videos in a variety of games, and some people do it in Spore where they say, "Can you like beat the game without any eyes? Can you beat the game without any feet or whatever?" And I made one where asking the question, "Can you beat the game while staring directly at your own butt?"
Wow.
Thing is, the reason why it's humorous is because that actually doesn't affect your gameplay at all. And so it was obviously a comical video. It wasn't
Right.
meant to be taken seriously. Some people, I think, in the comment section did take it seriously. I'm like, you guys, it's a joke.
It's okay.
Okay, a question. Did you
100%
like
saw that
post it
video,
on
though.
April 1st, or was it just like
No.
a random date?
It was just a random day.
Okay, that I can honestly see the confusion there.
So yeah, no, yeah, it doesn't affect your gameplay whatsoever. That might be my favorite video.
I've definitely seen that video. It's a good choice.
I think mine is still the visit in Scarland in Hermitcraft Season 9. Just for
Oh,
pure
yeah.
raw emotion with like minimal editing, because I was just so excited to go in and experience Good Time with Scars, like builds and stuff. Because I only started watching like Hermitcraft and really getting involved with Minecraft while they were doing Season 9. And yeah, I don't know. It was incredible. And I just loved making the video. And yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Scar and BWO are two people I would love to sit down and pick their brains on regarding building tips.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What about
If
Probably
you're
you?
could
listening out
learn
there,
more.
if you guys are listening out there,
Yeah, when you guys watch this, we're just saying we have some questions.
Could
What about
probably
you,
learn
Van?
more in that hour. Okay, this is the reason why I said that this would be really hard to link my video in the description, because there's a bunch of different videos which there's a bunch of different aspects I like. One of the first that come to mind for me is the finale for season 1, purely from a video editing perspective, because that was one of the few times I actually messed around with what was the mod called again? Replay mod.
replay mod.
That shows you how little I use it
We're
nowadays.
professionals,
But
people.
yeah, I really enjoyed figuring out all the sounds to build up that anticipation in that intro, and then also for the outro, the credits sequence. I had a lot of fun working with the track that I chose. I am a huge music guy, so if I ever decide on a specific song, I will just like head dive straight into the vibes and do everything based off of that. But there's also other videos where the editing was a lot more minimal, but I was much more proud of what I did in game, such as in my single player world, the Mud Town.
yeah.
I'm really enjoying the vibes that come out of that, because that is based off of a bunch of different inspirations based off of experiences in my life, such as where my grandparents used to live and other family memories that I just really have an attachment to. And I just really enjoyed what I ended up building in those videos. But if you had to ask me, well, like what video I had was my favorite, I really can't give you an answer, so I'm sorry.
That's okay. For me, my favorite, well, before I played Minecraft, I did a lot of Breath of the Wild. I enjoyed making those videos, like with the mods.
Love
I
this
just like
video game.
mods. I like modded things. But I would say my favorite video would probably be one of the Planet Minecraft videos where it's David Attenborough narrating my actions
Those were
and
so fun.
being
Yeah.
being kind of surly towards me. So I don't know. I liked doing those. It was fun. It was the first time I actually was trying to make a real legit video, and I don't know. I like Planet Earth, so having David Attenborough on my video was just an honor.
So glad he was able to
Yep.
Glad he
help
freed
you
up
with
some
that.
time. Yeah.
Sir
Yeah.
David Attenborough, excuse me.
It was definitely worth it. I think he thinks that too.
Yeah, I'm just glad he was
Yeah.
able to make it with the time difference.
Exactly. Exactly.
Poor Bhalu.
What do you mean?
I guess that's something we can just like a little side tangent for a moment. Bhalu, I have to honestly applaud you for how consistently you've like been online at the most awkward time frames. I'm like sometimes I'm just like sitting there. It's like 12 o'clock at night for us, and I know it's like in the back of my head, it's like
6
6
a.m.
o'clock in the morning for you, and I've been talking to you ever since at least your 3 a.m. I'm like, what? How?
Well,
Yeah.
I love it
committed,
because
I guess.
I love it because I know when I need to stop streaming at night, because I always say when Bhalu wakes up and joins stream, that's when I need to end. And every single
Okay,
time I
okay.
say
I'm
it,
gonna talk about
he
that really
comments.
quickly. Because I spoke to Ori about this yesterday, right? Please stop summoning me at 6:45 in the morning. I don't get up until 8.
Well,
But
one
for
of the
some
times
reason, you say my name, and I wake up and I'm like, I need to check my phone. And it's like,
This-
oh, Chris is live. I'll click it. And as soon as I load up the video, you're like, Blue should be waking up any second now. And I'm like now? Like now? Because you've just woken me up somehow.
this is not one time. It's not two times. I think it's
Every time.
It's been
It's
three
times in a row.
3 times. Last 3 times
Yeah,
I have
3 times
streamed
sounds
at
right.
night. I have mentioned his name around 11 to 12 p.m. my time, and then he's like, "Oh, here I am." I'm like, "Oh, I summoned him." This is no longer a coincidence.
I can assure you, I'm not setting alarms to get up for a bit. Like, it's just a weird coincidence.
Well,
Well,
I didn't think
must-
you were,
it
but
just
now
happens-
I
It
am.
must be like no. It's like, you know how like twins can have like that.
Like that psychic connection.
Yeah, maybe us bears have got that.
It's got to
I
be
think
because
so.
it's not that it's at the same time every time. I have said the comment at different times. It just happens
Yeah.
to be when I say it, you show up, and I'm like, this is insane.
You say his name and then it like reverberates to the ether of the world, and he hears it. It wakes him up.
So I'm gonna be
Just
streaming Wednesday
travels
night
over the
again.
pond.
His
I'm-
pupils shrink.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be streaming Wednesday night again, and I'm gonna try it again, but earlier.
Be prepared.
Don't
Philip.
do
Great,
that.
great.
Oh, no.
That'd be a really good way to start my birthday. We'll be being
Oh,
summoned
no.
at
Hear Griz's voice.
6 a.m. in the morning.
Hey, that's more hours you get to celebrate your birthday. Just think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's doing
yeah.
you a favor, honestly.
Yeah.
Out of the kindness of
Yay.
his furry heart.
Okay, no more summoning Baloo.
Check.
No, just wait is all he's saying. He's saying you can
Yeah,
do
just
it.
wait
You
until
can
1
do it.
a.m.
You just
Well,
want
just
to
need
sleep
another
in a
hour.
little.
But I don't want to
Just
stream
let me
till
have
1
another-
a.m., so I usually say it because I'm like, when Baloo enters chat, that's when I'm gonna get off.
That's true, yeah.
I need to go to bed.
Just scream
But
out
I
the
don't
window.
want to get out of bed. Let me stay in bed, please.
Well, yeah. All right, so I've noticed, looking around, we have a sloth, a corpse, a bear, and a human?
Yeah.
It
yeah.
appears that way. Yeah.
That was a big old question mark on the end of that.
You're the only person here. Everyone else is animals or dead people.
Yeah,
You're like a
let's
really
just-
demented Disney princess.
Yeah, I will. I'm okay with that description.
So let's since I'm noticing this, let's talk about why we look the way we do. It's
You
in
go first,
Minecraft.
Chris.
In Minecraft.
I died.
Yeah. So, well, so for me, I'll start.
Father, why do I look this way?
What's wrong with me?
So in Minecraft, I look like a bear because grizzly bears are my favorite animal, specifically Kodiak bears. I chose a blue hoodie. While blue isn't my favorite color, I just figured it would be a good color on me because orange doesn't look good on me. And I always like even when I go to work, I wear a t-shirt. Like I don't dress up very often. So I don't like looking professional. I like looking casual. I'm a very casual wearer in real life. So I figured, hey, let's throw a hoodie on this bear and be a casual bear. So that's how I chose my skin. I guess my username, if we want to talk about that too, is Grizzly's my favorite
I'm
animal.
curious about that.
And I was trying to find a second word that sounded cool with Grizzly. And then I started looking up a bunch of royal names like Sir Grizzly or things like that. And then I was like, actually,
Darth
Count.
Grizzly.
Count is a kind of a
Grizzly.
royal name without being too pretentious. But a lot of people think it's because I like math. That's not the case. That's why my PFP has a bear with a crown on it, because I'm a count. Like,
King
not-
Grizzly. You can't have the two G's by each other. So yeah.
Yeah, King Grizzly
Plus,
doesn't
that's pretty
work. Yeah,
pretentious.
Prince Grizzly just sounded weird, and I thought Count Grizzly sounded less pretentious, but still
It's a
had
good-
that
it's a good
royal
choice.
sound. So
Can
I thought a
tell you
baron-
a secret?
Ooh, yeah.
We won't tell anyone. We swear.
So, so for at least season 1, I had like a headcanon design for basically everybody. And this is just like brainchilds just coming to me. And for Grizz, I actually imagine him as like a vampire grizzly bear because of the count thing.
Oh,
Oh, and then he
I
has
see
the
it. Yeah, I
hoodie
can
up,
see it.
so it's like he's got his.
but Count
Cloak.
Dracula, he's named that because he is a royal.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he's a
it's
count, yeah.
royalty.
No, that was just a bonus. It's fine. He became
and the-
royalty to hide his.
This is the lore idea for
Vampire-ness.
next season.
And the fact that you made yourself a castle just made that even better.
Oh.
Yeah, and my coffin that I laid in down in my basement.
Yep. Yep. It's all lining up now. I always wondered why you had that coffin in your basement.
But Baloo,
Yeah,
why
man,
are
I
you...
think you might be on something.
I
with
want to
that.
know
I
why
think you might
Baloo's
be
a bear
on
too, though. I've never actually asked him.
Years ago, when I was working in a restaurant, somebody decided to do a Disney quiz, and I obviously got Baloo as my character. And the fact that I sing and dance and stuff at work, and I'm just a big bear in general, I kind of just stuck with that theme and thought, hey, if I'm gonna be a bear, then I might as well be a bear in Minecraft as well. Obviously, for this season, I've gone for the kind of Indiana Jones adventurer skin, but normally it is black jeans and a checkered shirt because that is what I will be wearing in real life most of the time as well. As for Big Baloo, Baloo is a Hindi way of spelling, Bhalu is a Hindi way of spelling bear. And I obviously didn't want to actually use Baloo because of Disney and copyright and all that sort of stuff. So I just found a
Yeah.
different way of saying bear. So my name essentially is just Big Bear.
Everyone has such cool stories for their names.
I can't wait for yours.
It's gonna
And
be
like
so
to the point that I even
disappointing.
named my bakery after it that I had during COVID. It was Baloo Bakes. So it's just something that's kind of stuck with me for the last 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, the name Baloo is just such a it has such a warm vibe to me.
I know, right?
So that's
Yeah.
like perfect for you.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks.
No problem. I hand out compliments once every Tuesday.
It's Saturday.
It's Tuesday. I should be at work. I gotta go.
Oh yeah, by the way, you're late.
Wait, I want to know. I want to know your headcanon now for Baloo. This is part of it.
Oh, yeah,
What was your
yeah.
headcanon?
I'm gonna be honest, and this is to the effect. No offense, But
Compliment
you
benefits.
after Baloo, I wasn't really able to think of a headcanon for anybody because I was focusing on like
fair.
life stuff at that point. I didn't really have enough like space in my brain for that, so I apologize. Maybe I'll
That's
think
fair.
of one someday.
You had a lot more time for like Grizz and us starter peoples.
Yeah,
Oh.
I had quite a few ideas for quite a few.
Well, he
Did
had
you
a
think of
sorry,
him as
Blue.
a squid because he liked to AFK in a fish tank?
That could be fun.
That was good. That was good. That was a good time.
Hey,
Griemer.
Griemer, you're next.
Okay, so my skin actually, I originally started playing on the Xbox 360, so the skins were rather limited, and they put out a like a charity skin pack for Halloween once that had a Grim Reaper in it that looked similar to this one, and I was like, yeah, I like that one, so I started playing as that, and then after a year or two of playing as that character, everyone I played with just saw this as my face, and when I moved to Java Edition. I went on one of those many websites you can design your own skin, and I painted this in 1 pixel at a time, and here I am.
Nice.
So I just kind of carried it over from the Xbox 360, and I honestly don't know if I could see myself with any other skin at this
Yeah,
point.
no,
Yeah.
it works.
So you like
do-
you remastered it.
Yeah.
Now
I do
it's like an original-ish.
I do variations of it from time to time. I do some UHCs every once in a while, and that skin is the same one, but it has a target on the front and the back on the chest. So I got that because I won like the first 2 UHCs I was in, and so I kind of got a target on my back, and so
That fits, that
I literally put it on there then. So as far as the name, it's literally just a combination of my first and last name mixed into one word.
I just thought you were just really into Pokemon.
And that's
And
true.
made
I
it
am
original.
actually.
Okay, yes, good.
Yeah, so it coincidentally worked out really well because although Grimer is not my favorite Pokemon, Alakazam is, in case you guys are wondering.
Ooh, good choice.
Grimer is
a good
a
choice.
Pokemon out there, and he does turn into a really powerful poison type. So
We should do a
Yeah.
Cobblemon series at some point.
Nice. That would
we
be
should.
amazing.
And we should talk after this.
Oh,
Yeah.
so by the way, for your username,
Mhm.
I've always been curious why the R is capitalized.
It's literally my last name.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. That's how it's like when my sons start playing. I'm thinking about just there's gonna be like a O-Rhymer, an L-Rhymer, whatever. I'll probably just giving them those usernames.
oh, Rhymer sounds pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So if I
Yep,
did
that'd be-
that, my username would be Cabas. Cabase.
It
Steve
works.
Furnace.
That
You
actually
can come
sounds
up-
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you could come up with cool names doing that. So
Yeah, cobblestone furnace. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
That's Grizz's.
Oh, that's
Grizz's
my middle
last
name. Sorry, my first name is Steve, so it'd be
Yep.
Steve Ace. Steven
S-
Furnace.
SC
Steven Cobblestone.
Furnace.
I'm just kidding.
I will be honest, that flows slightly less fluently.
Yeah, go with the first one, man.
Just a note, that's not my real name. That's what Ori likes to say is my real name.
That's
It
his
is
real
now
name.
because this is law.
Steven Cobblestone
It's like there's a swimming
Furnace.
pool over there.
Yeah, well, legally change your name. It's Lorne.
He's jokingly said one day that his name is something that we use all the time, and we were smelting a lot of stuff. And so I took that as him trying to tell me that his name was Furnace, and so his name is now Furnace.
So yeah, don't be Googling Steven Cobblestone Furnace. You won't find a real person.
What if there is a real person? What if Grizz is just he's been hiding behind the truth?
Excuse me while I
Just
do a
hide
quick
in plain
Google
sight.
search.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go. That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
word.
All right. Who
Oh,
wants to
that's
go next? Ori
fantastic.
or Van? They look at each
I
other.
mean, we're kind of going clockwise, so I guess
Oh.
it'd be Ori.
Okay, so my name came from when I. Oh, do I say when? What? Ooh. A long, long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah, look,
here comes the
far
Disney
away.
princess.
Far away. I was playing a little MMO called Star Wars Galaxies, and I wanted a name fitting of Star Wars. And so I went in a whole bunch of translating thingamabobbers and did a whole bunch of stuff and randomly came up with Arrayus Keiko, which is loosely translated in Greek to beautiful chaos. And
you go.
so
That's pretty fitting.
That's awesome.
Honestly.
Yeah,
That is
I'm
my name, and it has been my name for 20 years. And
Did you say 20
yeah, and
years?
I was, yes.
There was a cough in there. I'm sure it wasn't 20, right?
You just misheard it. But it's been my name for a long time, probably about 20 years, yeah. And but I went through some nicknames. I was Oreo for a very long time because nobody could say Arias, and then it got shortened to Ori, and so I'm Ori.
And now you
But
go
yeah.
by Keiko?
I do not go by Keiko. But yeah, and so my skin also has done some tweaking. This is a fun fact that it's not even in a video anymore because that video got deleted. My first ever YouTube video, I had purple hair, but then
why
I
you
changed it
deleted
to
it?
pink. Yes, no, but yeah, there's one video. There was one video made, and I had purple hair, but I deleted it, and then I got pink hair in real life, so I changed my character's hair to pink and have just gone with it. And like I originally started out, which you can see in like my channel art and stuff like that. My skin had a black and white striped shirt and black slacks and yellow suspenders, which I went through a phase of my life. I live under the guise that if you find something you like, you stick with it, and I had an affinity for black and white striped shirts. I had like 10, like short sleeves, long sleeves, 3/4 sleeves, all of them. I don't know why. I was in a phase and I wore them. That was what I wore. And so my character wore those too. And I never really wore suspenders, but I felt like I needed something to make me a little different than everyone else. And
Plus, if
so
you're
I
dealing with pigs, you know.
did suspenders and yellow sneakers. And so then I altered my skin a little bit for different series that I'd gone through. And I actually had a series called the Lore SMP that it was like very short lived, but it was super modded. And we played with the Origin mod. And anyway, I was all about bees in that series. And so I made a new skin where I had overalls with a bee on them. And it was cute and I really liked it. And I don't know, when I started Nations, I jokingly, because my character was all about pigs, I made this skin I traded out the bumblebee for a pig, and I changed the sleeve colors to match the pig. And you can actually see it's like in memory. I don't know if you've ever noticed. There's yellow stripes on my arm.
Oh yeah,
On
yeah.
the inside, yeah.
It's like it was like when I swapped this from the bee skin to the pig skin to the pig, I left those, and I've known this for like a year that it's there, and I don't know, I've just always left it because it's like, I don't know,
Wait,
I don't
is it
know,
only on
it's
your
funny to me.
left arm?
Yes, it's only on my left arm on the
Okay.
inside.
Editor,
Like,
zoom in on her left arm.
but yeah, like it's just there. It's like I know that's there, but it's just for funs. I leave it.
Throwback.
Yeah. So that's my skin. That's my name and my skin origin.
Okay,
So
Van.
overalls are cute.
Hi.
This,
Sound like you're dreading this.
no, he's
Well,
being
because it's a
he's-
very I
he's
tend
being
to
sloth-like.
ramble,
He's being slow.
and
Well, I rambled first, so you wouldn't feel so bad.
Ramble away, man.
So I'm actually gonna go
Oh,
with the
turn into a rant.
username first, because so you guys are gonna get a kick out of this one. So
I like
my
the
first
story.
username for Minecraft was not the most guy-ish sounding name ever. It was Firewing2. In my defense, I
Like from the book?
no, nothing to do with
okay.
a book. I just like birds and I liked fire.
There's a dragon book called Fire Wings. Sorry.
And you like the number
And-
2.
What happened to one?
Was taken.
The one didn't seem right, so I just did 2. I don't know, but I also really liked phoenixes. Phoenixes are like pretty up there in terms of my like favorite mythical animals.
Oh, for
But
sure.
after a while, my dad would always like tease me for like such a effeminate name. So I eventually, whenever Minecraft name changes came out, I just decided to. I just ended up changing it, and I believe at this point I was in middle school, and I was in chemistry class or something along those lines, and we were talking about the elements, and what like the one that I had to do a project on was vanadium. So I just kind of took I thought the word just sounded cool, and so I just took vanadium and just remixed it a bunch of times until I got Vanderin. And by the way, it's actually pronounced Vanderin. I don't care that much on people saying Vanderan because
But you
technically
care a
that
little
makes more
bit.
sense. I care a little bit. I'll admit that.
It's
But
my southern
I,
accent. I'm sorry, Van.
Vanderan.
Southern
but
drawl,
like
yeah.
it was funny enough, whenever I was in PvP matches, this actually kind of ties into my skin as well. When I was in PvP matches, I tended to tactically retreat a lot, so people would call me Vanderan, like running, because I'm all about location. But speaking of which, my old skin, back at the time, it was very popular for, people to just make like a semi-edgy anime-inspired skin. So I was just like a dude with like a red hoodie. I was basically Shadow with a hoodie, Shadow the Hedgehog with a hoodie. And after a while, I was just like, nah. So I just kind of looked randomly for a skin for a while. I was in between a sloth with a tuxedo, and Bhalu might know what this is. And like a womble with a robe. And uh and
Well, for rodents.
honestly, if I had to choose now, I probably would have done the womble, but I ended up going with the sloth with the tux. And at some point, whenever I joined like created my first like lore SMP called Kafla. I decided, I was going to be like a farmer because it was generally going to be like medieval vibes for the spawn. So I got like a farmer skin on, and then I don't know, there must have been something about it that my friend Perpetual really didn't like. Maybe it was just like the color theory was all thrown off or something. But because technically I just like took like another skin, removed some elements, and then just threw the sloth in there because I was lazy. So he basically entirely remastered it, and that kind of turned into the skin you see now. With the I actually don't know why he added the carrot, but
It's a
I
nice
thought it was
touch.
pretty neat, so I kept it.
It's a nice touch.
I don't think you're
Yeah.
lazy. I think you were efficient.
Yeah, sure.
Good job, Perpetual. It's a good skin.
Yeah, thanks, Pop.
And you like carrot knives.
Oh yeah, that was like a scrapped part of season 1. Wait, there I actually had a plan for a carrot knife and to like name my sword after a carrot and maybe retexture it somehow, but there wasn't really any story reason to add it, so I just ultimately ended up scrapping it.
Well, thank you for not making me terrified of carrots.
Good for your eyes, terrible for your stomach.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, my.
Oh no.
Sorry, that was a little morbid.
Oh.
So,
That's why the vegetable for season 1 was potatoes.
Yeah.
That's why that was our
Potatoes.
national vegetable.
so what's our national vegetable here? Beetroots?
Yes.
Carrot
Always.
knife.
I guess it would
beetroots.
wait, no, mushrooms are a fungus, but like that makes the most sense though, right?
Yeah, it does
So-
actually.
probably
Why don't you
mushrooms.
just say national botanical?
Sure.
There we go. Mushrooms.
National Botanical.
Mushrooms.
Rolls right off the tongue.
I mean, technically, it's not national either because we each have our own nation. So it would be
Well, not yet.
So
We
it's
don't,
national.
Worldwide
but-
Botanical.
we don't have our own
Worldwide
nation yet.
botanical.
We're still
Isn't that
all
like-
stuck on the island.
isn't that like a
It's our
encyclopedia?
island crop. That's what it would be.
Island crop. There you
So
go.
one thing about being on this island and us all being stuck here. So we started season 2 because of 1.21, but since we've been stuck here, we haven't gotten to really experience 1.21 because we haven't seen armadillos yet on the island. We haven't done any of the new things that they've added. So I don't know if this is a great question to ask, but what are your views on 1.21? At least so far in your guys' experience.
I really like
what are
the
you
use of
excited
copper
about?
blocks, the new copper
Ooh.
blocks in swimming pools.
Yes.
Yes,
And
they
it's
were-
been mentioned, so it's law.
I'm so
they
sorry,
were
It is
man.
not-
a swimming
It
pool.
is
Too.
not a swimming pool. It
Editor,
is
Used
a
in the
cove that is
most-
not meant to be swamming.
editor,
Did you
can we
Copper
Vans-
Cove
can we get a
is
shot of the
amazing
swimming
simple.
pool real quick? Give us a shot right now of the swimming pool.
Yeah, did
Thank
you
you.
see his swimming pool? It is incredible. I love to swim
Your
in it every
copper
day.
cove is a beautiful example of all the different kinds of copper, Van.
Yeah, if you
I
guys
enjoy
I
Viewing Copper
appreciate
Cove.
that.
if you guys don't get the joke, go to Van's second video, I believe.
I believe it is the second. Yeah.
I think it's your second video. Go to his second lore video and just watch that. Make sure you go to it. It's funny.
What
No.
if we
If you-
made it a copper swimming pool? I mean, a copper swimming cove. Then it's the best of both worlds. It's a
If you break it down,
swimming
it's meant
cove.
for
Right.
boating, though. It's meant to
it's
pull
got
out of the
water.
dock.
Show me one place that has boats that people don't swim in. Okay, there's a lot of those. Don't answer that.
Yeah, but the boats are
Literally
harbors.
every docking bay
Like
ever.
every harbor.
Yeah. That doesn't count.
But
This
why
isn't
do
you didn't say it was a bay.
You have a diving board from your house into the water.
when you have a ladder
And-
to get out, and you have a filtration system, you have everything that a swimming pool has. And
It is not a
needs.
filtration system. It is an ore extractor that is meant to go under the ground. It just happens to go through the cove.
Well, you
Yeah,
also
there's
have
actually
a
somebody swimming in there right now.
you have a water slide going into the pool. I mean,
Yeah,
cove.
that
That
you can
is-
get a boat
that is
and
a-
slide down.
Semi-natural feature of the land that is not meant to be a water slide.
No, there's actually two things swimming in there right now. The other day when there's a lightning
Oh,
storm
yeah.
going on, I rode past Van, looked right at him on a skeleton horse while dragging another skeleton horse behind me, and just jumped in there.
I'm like, okay. Actually,
still
if you
down
could, we have way too many skeleton horses. If you
Yeah.
could look towards my my
Okay.
now not very functional horse stable,
Yeah.
like one side is just completely packed, and someone just like dropped by the other day and just dropped off 4 more horses with like
Jeez,
leads.
who would do that?
It's not even inside.
What kind of skeleton? What kind of person?
I
would
had
do that?
I had a feeling it was Grimer.
Oh.
I was
I
actually
did see
just,
that
like,
earlier.
jumping on trees, and I had a natural thunderstorm hit, and they spawned right next to me and scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
So
what
no.
I
figured
got them, and I was like, "What am I
happened.
supposed to do with these?" Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Just give
Not
them
a
a
single
van.
person has taken one of the horses, by the way. I'm pretty
Yeah.
certain.
They might have an accident coming up in the future where they disappear,
Oh.
meaning they're going to end up in the bottom of his swimming pool.
What? That the monsoon is going to come true.
Skeleton horse disposal hole.
Well, do you want a disposal hole or a swimming pool, Van? Your choice is yours.
I want.
Did Captain Price
cove.
voice?
A copper cove.
You want to dispose a hole or a swimming pool?
I
Choice
think
yours.
I think this is what we need to do. I think what we need to do is this will tell us who watched the podcast to the end. If you watch the podcast to the end, we want you to comment in the comments right now. Is it a swimming pool? Is it a disposal hole? Or is it a cove? All right? That will determine
Oh,
it.
no.
Why even mention cove? That's not clearly not it.
Oh, no.
It is a cove. It's not.
I'm so
This is not
sorry,
up for
Van.
debate.
So whatever gets the most votes, it becomes law, right? That's how
Yep.
this
it
No.
becomes it becomes
Act.
lore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right, cool. We're in agreement.
There'll
But
be a sign.
here's the thing, because I'm so against it, people are naturally going to vote
I'll
for
vote
it.
Cove. It's okay.
I'll
That'll
vote.
got
be 2 votes.
I got my finger on my nose saying I'll vote Cove too.
Yeah, I'll vote
You
Got
don't
Cove.
have
fingers across
Cove.
my back, but
Exactly.
I'll vote for Cove.
I'll vote for
Sure.
Cove. Don't look at my fingers. They're not crossed. No, but I think this is a good ending point. We've had a good time talking. We've got some other ideas for a second podcast. Hopefully our second podcast will be back in the studio. So this is just a one-time campfire one. But thank you for joining,
I like the
everybody.
campfire.
I know it's cozy, right? But thanks for joining. Make sure you check out all our channels. They'll be linked in the description. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 See ya.
Bye.